Hi, how are you? Today I am making another video about my first experience with a commercial, like being on set. Hi, so I'm cold. That is why I am dressed in this way, but I wanted to make a video before the sun went down about my first experience with being on set for a commercial, because I just got the check and I almost forgot to make a video about it. It's my boys, Simba, Beetle, and Arlo. Arlo, look. Okay, well, he doesn't want to. Okay, so it was very fun. It was the fullest set I had ever been a part of, as far as crew and even cast. Or no, actually, as far as crew, but the cast was me. No, cast too. It was pretty big. And what we were filming a commercial for San Francisco. So it was like, promoting San Francisco. You see those California ones where they're in a whole bunch of different points in California, showing how beautiful and full and vibrant it is. It's like that, but for San Francisco. And I was like, oh, that's great. So yeah, how it went, I got the call that I was on the short list. And after that, I just had to let them know I was available and they'd get back to me if they're still interested. They were. So I got that role, and the day comes, and call time was 6 a.m. downtown at California Street and Mason. And I was talking to my mom about it because, side note, I was talking to my mom about it because she was saying how everything sort of is aligning. I got into USF, and I remember way back when, I think it was during COVID, this is what she was telling me, we were driving around doing deliveries, and I was in her car, and it was raining, and we got to California Street right in front of Fairmont Hotel, my favorite place in the whole city. I love there. I want to get engaged there. But yeah, we went to Fairmont Hotel, and it was raining outside, and there was no cars on the street. And so on that big hill, outlooking the lights of the city in the rain, I just got out of the car, and she let me, and then I started dancing on the street, and she was taking pictures of me and everything. So being there, she was like, wow, it's like full circle moment. This is your city. You're a Bay girl. And I was like, I never knew the term for that, because I know my old friend, she was from Memphis, Tennessee, and so she referred to herself as a Memphis baby. And I always thought, what would San Francisco, California girl, but yeah, Bay girl, and I kind of like that. So yeah, okay, that was a side note. Yes, call time was 6 a.m. So I get there, and my mom was already she had to get to work, but luckily she dropped me off, because at first I was going to take the bus. She didn't want me to. She just wanted to be mad at me while I was in the car, because I had to get her to drive me down there at that time. But I get out, introductions, it was nice. It was very cold. And yeah, my two castmates, the ones that the director called them my best friends, and he kept referring to them as my best friends, so I can really solidify within myself that they're my friends. So when the cameras are on us, we're interacting like friends, and it worked because we're friends now. But yeah, the first scene that we did was up there, right next to Fairmont Hotel. We'd run across into the center of the street, and we'd do poses. So we'd put our arms out like this, and then I was on one side of her, and I had my hand like that, and then she went like that. So we were like this. It was cute. And yeah, that was a couple takes though, because if you can imagine, every time the crosswalk says go, we go in the center, assuming there's no cars waiting to cross past us, and assuming there are no people moving all slow. And there were a couple people who couldn't catch the hint. They were very curious, and so I was like, okay, that's fine. But they were low-key crossing the street kind of slow. So every time we were in the center, we had to hope there was no car pulling up so that the camera behind us could catch us, because he was like moving like that, and then he'd go around us, you know, do the little camera thing. And yeah, so that was the first scene that we did. During this time, I was getting to know my castmates too. They're very great. I got their Instagram like when we got in the car on our way to the next scene. And the next scene, where did we go? We went to the Embarcadero, and it was it was the ferry building. That was actually my first time in the ferry building. It was very nice. One thing that I can say I love is when I'm doing set things in public. You know, it's different when you're in a studio. It's like everybody who is present is knowing what's happening and they're focused on it. But when you're in the scene and you're seeing all the people, first of all, you're more comfortable with acting in a public setting, you know? I feel more comfortable walking down the street, acting like so-and-so and so if I'm in a real street with people. And there were people, and I loved how curious they were. I love looking at people in their cars driving by, like, what's going on? Because I used to be like that, and that's when I start freaking out, like, oh my god, they must be filming a movie. No, but it's nice. I love that feeling. So yeah. So we get to the Embarcadero, and we are walking down this dock. It was like it was a dock. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm walking down with Sydney, and I forgot his name. It's okay. He's gonna be in there. He's up here. So we were both walking, best friends, so we're just talking casually. One thing that I love about filming commercials is that it is not, I thought it was very much, oh, we have to fake mouth things and stuff, or we have to be acting while smiling. You know, but no, we're just talking, and I think allowing us to talk in between takes, like we're just hanging out and stuff. So when the camera's on us, we're talking like regular. And he was like, I don't care what you're talking about, as long as you're like happy talking about it. So we were just talking about random stuff. Like I was talking about how I forgot how big the ocean is and how deep it is, and how low-key it's a whole land under there. Like we're literally floating on their home, and there are animals that swim in there, and they don't drown. They're just in there. If I threw a fish in the water, it's gonna swim. It's not gonna drown. I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, that's what yeah. So that was the docs. I'm summarizing shortly, first of all, because my throat is hoarse. Okay, it's hoarse. And also, I'm cold. And also, my mom asked me to do something, and I'm procrastinating. And also, you're seeing everything over here. So, you know. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to link just put the video that I posted, and it was just like little clips of everything. You're gonna see most of them here, but you know, it's nice to see a little rundown of everything. So yeah. Okay, after that, where did we go? After that, we went to the financial district. I forget the exact location, but if you're from San Francisco, if you want to Google it, it is AMC. The downtown AMC movie theater, right behind that little, I don't know if it's a mall. No. It's the AMC, but there's like food area, and then if you go through the back door, it's that grass patch, Yeah, and it's right next to the Salesforce Tower. It's that little area. People do Zumba and MLK March. It always ends there. There's other events that happen, but that's all I can think of right now. Anyways, we went there. Oh, it's also a waterfall, and behind that waterfall is a mural of Martin Luther King. So we went there, and we're doing our thing. I changed outfits. I actually changed into a dress that I used to wear when I worked at the bank. I think I got it during that time, even though I didn't really necessarily need it because we weren't always formal. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I wore that, and I brought stockings, and I put on the stockings. It was a shade lighter than my skin tone. I'm like, oh, that's fine, except it didn't look good, I don't think. And this is where hair and makeup came into clutch. Okay, hair and makeup consisted of one woman, and she was amazing. Okay, you know what, actually, scratch that. So that's what happened. Basically, I changed into the outfit, and we were just walking up and down the street, reshooting parts where, you know, we're interacting, looking like we're busy. I was pretending I was on the phone, all that. But the crew was a vibe. I love them so much. This, mind you, this is my first male director, okay? This is my third project, first male director. He set the bar, okay? He was great. He would throw in little jokes every now and then. I loved how he was very attentive to the few talent that we had there. Towards the end, when we got to the beach scene, that was the last place that we ended up going, but there was a break in between. So we ended in the financial district around 12 because it ran late, and we went to the beach, and we came back and went to the beach at 6, around like 6:30. And when we did, it was extremely cold. We had to be out there. I don't think we left until 8, and we were just shooting, you know, us riding the bikes. We were running down towards the water. Yeah, down towards the water. And there's like this little heart thing statue, and it's like brown. If you're from the city, you know. Or actually, I didn't even know about it, so I don't know if you know. But yeah, we ran, so it looked like we were running through the heart. It was cute. But yeah, while we were out there, I was so hungry because I didn't eat when I went home. It took me forever to get home because I had to bus home because my mom was at work. So if we ended around 12, we had to get back to the beach around 6. I get on the bus. Busing home was about 2 hours, so that's up until 2 o'clock. And you're like, oh, Brianna, you had so much time to eat. I didn't eat anything sustainable because we weren't like cooking anything at that time. We just had little snacks around the house, so I just ate like, I don't even know what I ate, but it was not filling. So by the time I got out there, mix cold, nerves, and hungry together, and you get the shakes and your shortness of breath. You feel like you're gonna pass out. That's how I was feeling. So such clutch. I tell him, I'm like, do you guys by any chance have any snacks? It's okay if not. Like, you know, being all soft. And he's like, oh, yes. And he's like, let's get, he's like, go down to the car over there, because the team had just gotten there. It's like, go down to the car, and then they'll pop the trunk and give you some snacks. There's a whole box of snacks. She was like, oh, take as much as you want. It's for talent. In fact, get everything that you want and put it in my backpack, and I'll carry it. And then when you want it, I'll grab it and give it to you. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I need in my life. I like that. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I wanted to be all like soft and like, oh no, I don't want to take too much. I grabbed a handful. I couldn't even pretend to be like not that. I couldn't. But yeah. What else was I gonna say? Hold on. Okay. Now let's talk about behind the scenes stuff. So behind the scenes, I love being behind the scenes. I love watching everything happen. Another great thing that our director did was he had, you know that thing around their neck that has the camera? So when they're shooting, he can watch playback just on there. When he'd watch a good playback, then he'd call us over so we could see it too. I really like that. I don't know if they do that all the time. I'm still new. But I like that. So if they do it, great. But if they don't, he is a boss for that. But yeah. What else was I gonna say? I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna leave more space now so I can, you guys can actually see it a little bigger. Yeah, it was really nice. I really liked it. The team was great. Oh yes, hair and makeup. Oh yes, this is what I was gonna say. Okay, so when we were on our way in between the places, aside from, oh, hold on. Okay, I knew I was not going crazy. It was like, I don't know if you saw that, but it was getting darker on my end. My phone was just at 1%. It's okay though. It's charging. What was I gonna say? I might need to watch the last video. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh yeah, the team was a vibe. In between takes, the producer, she would drive us in between to different places. From the first place, Fairmont Hotel, to the Embarcadero, she drove all three of us cast together. And then two of the other cast members, they went to go to their cars where it was originally parked so they can get a change of clothes. And so she only drove me and the hair and makeup artist to the third location, which was Financial District. And both car rides, she was such a vibe. She was, in the beginning, I think she was just tired in the morning because she was like, oh, maybe she's just tired, I don't know. But then we got there, she was like, oh, what do you want to listen to? And so she's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put on Kendrick Lamar. And the whole entire time, like from start to finish on set, it was only Kendrick Lamar. And when the hair and makeup, when she got there, they knew each other from before. I think they're from out in LA or something. Oh my god, it's me mugging right now. Vito, what are you doing?
Hi, handsome. Oh, it's so cute. Yes, I know. I know you know it.
So cute. Okay, sorry, I think that counts as a side note. I'm gonna make a rule, only 3 side notes per video, and we'll think of punishment if I go or over exceed it. Anyways, yeah, it was Kendrick Lamar the whole entire time, and it was amazing. She was talking so freely about like just life, you know. She's just, and they were singing the songs and everything. I think they were just really great for absolutely no reason. And that, again, every time I go on set, that makes me excited to go on more sets. That one, being outside, out and about, multiple locations, sort of felt like multiple days, especially because I had to leave, go home, and then I went back out and we met at the beach. And the beach, when I tell you it was cold, I already talked about that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna put the video of me out and about at the end after this little moment that I'm having right now. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I was just holding this water bottle. I'm thirsty. I just filmed the skin video, so you should watch that. But yeah, it was amazing, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity. Honestly, when the check came, I feel like that. I'm extremely grateful because they did not need to give me the amount that they did. They definitely gave and exceeded what they originally told me. So if you're watching, thank you very much. That's such a blessing. I literally need that right now. But yeah, it was the check in comparison to the experience. The experience exceeds as far as what as far as value. I am so grateful for the experience. Thank you so much. Jesus. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Where's the address? Title, cause he knew me since a kid. That caught my granny off and she don't see it how I see. Yo, your best. Here we go. Alright. Yeah. You want, but for you only take 90% less and ship to watching you stand.
Like, it took me 30 minutes to get in this morning.
And if you want to take shots of your friends, you know, do that. Just feel free to do it. And if I ask for...
Miami.
Yeah. We might have...
I would love to do a big set film.
Hey guys, we gotta roll.
Fell off. Very
for you. Yeah. From somewhere.
Oh, you probably have room. Because I'm guessing we need the.
Say hi to the video.
Hi. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye.